I heard a video that said, God gives you things you can't handle. And I was just like, what? Why would somebody say that? We're always taught that God doesn't give you things you can't handle. He's saying the opposite. He's just like, no, God gives you things you cannot handle. I was so invested, and I was just like, okay, what is this man trying to tell me? Because that's a bold statement. But because he said, because when you make it through, it's only that God helped you. It's only because of God. It's only because he took over and allowed the things to manifest so that you could let the world know what it was like to be with him. What was it like to be saved? What was it like to see a miracle in action? That's what it means when you have a situation that you can't handle, because he'll do it. That's what he did in my life with multiple things. But just for the sake of this video, I always try to be on my industry. And he did that for my YouTube channel. There are other ways that God truly saved me. And he saved me through my own depression by keeping the yearn to create content. Because I was a teacher of a classroom and I thought this was it. I thought that I finally got the career. But then I was so unfulfilled for so long. And I started to question God. And I'm just like, I don't understand. I did everything, technically, what everybody was telling me to do. Like, why am I still not happy? And so I went into a very dark place. And the only entity that ever saved me was believing that God was able to cultivate whatever it was for me to get out of that darkness. He is the source of light. He is light. And therefore, if you allow that light in, miracles happen. YouTube saved my life. As corny as that sounds, it's the one place where I was able to feel fulfilled. And it was the one place where I wanted to inspire the world. I finally answered the calling. I finally took action towards the desires. And that was all God's doing. He puts that yearn in you for a reason. And it gets louder and louder and louder the more you don't listen. Because you have a mission here to help other people. Especially if you have the yearn to impact the world. Through that impact, you have to be able to step into your own power. And just trust that God will take care of the rest. It may not make sense at first, but when things don't feel right and there's a lot of resistance to it, it's for a reason. You're not supposed to be there. You're supposed to move on. You're supposed to progress forward. And the less likely you listen to it, the more chaotic your life can get. Because you have a mission here. Your mission is to help other people with your gifts. This is why I loved YouTube so much, because I was finally able to teach in a way that was so creative and impactful, because that's why I became a teacher. And you don't have to be a teacher like me, right? You could just be like, I love to do makeup. That love is for a reason, because other people need, I don't know how to do makeup. All I do is, oh gosh, I almost poked myself in the eye. All I do is mascara and I put a little filter on here. But I used to love watching makeup tutorials. So even if it's a little like getting ready with me or a DIY project or vlogging, it's still impactful to help someone else. And you don't know how you'll help someone until you take action. So if you want to be an inspiration, you want to monetize your passion, you want to co-create with God, feel free to check out the free training at my page. The one thing God doesn't do is make mistakes. I am here as your sign. You want it, and so I show up. That's just how God works. He puts together people who need each other in order to create the biggest impact that we have as a whole for the whole world. So I hope to see you at my free training where I can help you step into your power and be able to truly create content in such an inspirational way that impacts the world. I'll see you there.